I'm Tina Dahealy and welcome to a very wet Pudsey in Leeds, where we are counting down to Sara Cox finishing, crossing even the finishing line, which you should be able to see behind me as she completes her epic Great Northern Marathon Challenge. 5 marathons in 5 days, 135 miles. Today she's been running, walking, jogging 21 miles, and she's due to arrive here at the finish line in, it could be 20 minutes, it could be 30 minutes, 45, we just don't know. What we do know is that an incredible amount of money has been raised so far. Radio 2 listeners, people all over the country have been donating. This morning on the Radio 2 Breakfast Show, she heard that we'd hit the total of £5 million. Sara went to pieces at hearing that news. It's since gone up to 6, and we'll keep bringing you updates throughout this live stream. As well as the money raised, what's incredible is the fact that people have been turning out every single day, despite this awful weather, to support Sara in the morning as she sets off between sort of 6, 7 o'clock, and also every night when she finishes at the end of the day and throughout the route. People have been lining it. We've had dogs, we've had horses, we've had sing-alongs, primary schools. All that support has kept her going. And if you've been following the coverage on Radio 2, you'll know how much of an emotional roller coaster it has been. There have been plenty of tears so far this week, and there'll be more this afternoon. Now, what can you expect from us over the next hour or so? Well, we'll be speaking to fans, family and friends who've turned up here. Ben's husband will be Sara's husband Ben is here, and he'll be chatting to us a bit later. We're not quite sure. I'll give you an update as soon as we get it. Do we know how far away Sara is? Okay, we do have a runner cam we'll be able to go to in a bit too. That's Ollie, our producer, who is running and following Sara as she approaches us. I've just got that update in my ear, under 5k away, so not very far away now. Ollie will be running and reporting. We'll check in with him soon. Scott Mills is going on air, let's have a look at the time, on Radio 2 in about 5 minutes time inside. Mel C has just been warming up. She's going to be doing a performance, a real fanfare for when Sara does arrive. We'll be dipping into his show as well. We can take a look at our live map and see the route Sara has been traversing. She's made her way across 4 counties over the course of this week. She started off in the Kielder Forest at the Scottish borders on Monday, right down to West Yorkshire, going through Northumberland, Durham, North Yorkshire, West Yorkshire, 135 miles in total, as I mentioned. Let me introduce my guests who are here with me. Dr. Barney Wainwright, who is sports scientist at Leeds Beckett University, and Hugo Fry, an ultra runner and a running influencer. I've never met a running influencer before. Hello. Very pleased to have you both with me. And first of all, can I just get a sense of kind of the scale of this challenge and how difficult it is physically and mentally, Barney?
Well, it's an amazing challenge that she set herself, and she's doing 220 kilometres over that number of days. It's over 40 kilometres a day. Now, for anyone, any ultra runner, trained athlete, that's an incredible challenge in itself anyway. And the fact that she's had to propel herself at that distance and then recover and do it again day after day, it's a challenge. And from a physiological point of view, which is my kind of strong point, it's incredible what she's done, and we can talk about that as we go.
And I'm just hearing she's 4 kilometres away, and you can probably speak about some of the sports science behind this. I mean, it's amazing. We thought she might be sort of arriving here at 4 o'clock a little while ago, and now it's sounding like she could be here a lot sooner. What's going on with the body? I mean, this final push.
Well, she's under a lot of fatigue, and so she's trying to use her energy reserves, whatever strength she's got left in her muscles, which are in a pretty poor state, to get over the hills around here. It's quite hilly, the last approach, quite a steep hill, and then a descent, and really she's going to be very focused on just putting literally one foot in front of the other. She's in her muscles, she's going to be breaking down all the substrates to give her energy to fuel those, to get those contractions going. And she's doing a great job of just kind of holding that together, really, literally.
I mean, it's amazing. It sounds like she's speeding up now, which is incredible.
I think you get to a point, though, where it's the hardest part is waking up each day and just getting the body moving. After day 3, you're waking up and going, oh, I'm maybe over halfway. And then you realise in your head, oh, I've got another marathon to go. And that is the psychological part of that, waking up every morning. That first 5 to 10k, where your body just doesn't want to play ball, is the hardest part. And then I think you get to a point where you're so close, you're like, well, I can't not finish now, I've just got to get through it. And I think your body, also the adrenaline, the crowds here are amazing. for her, and the money raised is just mind-blowing, and that must be a huge motivator.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in terms of the motivation, she'll also be kind of, you know, learning what she's done the last few days to get her through each day.
Right.
Each day's been a real challenge, and you know, she'll probably be waking up, as you said, trying to think, right, how am I going to finish today, and how am I going to complete it? So she'll have learned lots of little strategies along the way. You know, how she focuses, how she uses the crowd.
Yeah.
Driving into that inner drive, she's got to kind of complete the challenge. So those are the things that are going to really be helping her. And then she's obviously got the mechanics of just running, put one foot in front of the other.
Well, we can find out how Sarah's doing right now. Let's cross over to Ollie, who is running behind Sarah. Ollie, how's it going? How's Sarah looking?
That's right.
Be so proud. You've got this. All the way. You've got this.
Okay, we can see Ollie, but we can't hear Ollie at the moment. I'm not sure if you can hear him. Okay, but there she is. She's jogging along. I mean, how's she looking to you?
She's moving pretty well, considering. And obviously, we've seen some of the clips of her this week, and the amount of pain she must be going through right now. I think this is all. This point is just, it's a mental battle. No one, no matter how well trained you are, is going to be feeling good at this point in the event. She's travelled, what, 132 miles, so your body is not going to be feeling good. And I think when you're preparing for something like this, there's no real way of preparing. You've just got to prepare for all the scenarios that could go wrong. And at this point, you know, as much as she'll be on her nutrition, on hydration, there's only so much you can do. So she'll be running on empty, but I think, you know, with people shouting her on, cheering her on, that's what really makes the difference in these situations.
She's looking great. She's moving well. The end's in sight, isn't it? You know, and it's that knowing that it's soon going to be over is a real positive energy boost that you get. You know, the main work's done now. She's kind of in survival mode as well. You know, but she's looking good. You know, it's great to see, considering where she came from that first day and all the trials and tribulations she's been through to get to this point.
Yeah, and in terms of the prep, I mean, I think I've heard over the course of the week someone saying Sarah didn't even own any running trainers running before she took on this challenge. I mean, is it possible to get your body ever to do that kind of thing, or is it something that we shouldn't really be doing?
It is. I mean, I think for everyone, depending on the challenge they want to set themselves, you need to do a certain amount of training to get your body to be robust enough, to be fit enough to be able to, you know, complete that challenge. And that's a process of adaptation and stress and all the rest of it. So depending on the challenge you want to do, you can like everyone can do something, you know, and it's choosing the right challenge for yourself and giving yourself the time to prepare. Anything last minute is difficult, you know, you're going to get yourself in trouble there. But everything's possible at any age as well, you know, as long as you've got mobility and good function, which we can protect by being more active right throughout our life. Then as long as you've got those things, then you can up the ante on your fitness. You can get involved in some quality specific training, and then the sky's the limit, really. So there's lots of things.
I think Sarah is only a few miles out. Now, it's funny, I talk in miles, you're referencing kilometres, 2 miles to go. Let's go to Ollie on the runner cam.
I'm here just outside of New Pudsey. I'm somewhere between Bradford and Leeds. I don't know if you can see all of the people. Let me just turn around. Look at all of these people that have turned up to give Sara Cox support on the final stretch of her 5th marathon in a row. How incredible is that? We're nearly there. We're so nearly there, but we can see the toll that it's been taking. But I think people power is what gets her through, and that's what we've just witnessed now.
Alongside Sarah for the last couple of miles, and she's walking now. I mean, is that a strategy to sort of pace yourself, jogging, running, walking and alternating?
Yeah, when you get so fatigued, you've got to kind of change your running style a little bit. I mean, it's a really common tactic that we use to, particularly walking up the uphills, reducing that stress in the muscles. Same with downhills a little bit. But certainly, when it's really real fatigue, you're switching it up all the time. You're kind of trying to protect the muscle strength that you've got and your joints that are kind of in agony. So yeah, that's exactly what we do. But we try and keep a fairly even pace, a pace that's nice and sustainable. One that you've practiced a lot in training, and one that you're kind of mechanically efficient as well. You've got a nice efficient running technique that's not stressing the body too much. So yeah, these are good things. I mean, Hugo, on some of your longer races that you've done and events, how have you managed the pacing on different terrains as well?
I think what the hardest part about doing the multi-day stage ultras is it's actually, if you just keep moving, that's when your body feels best. But it's when you stop for a long time, like for example going overnight, and then just waking the body up in the morning is honestly the hardest part. And so that's why it's actually much better to run a bit, walk a bit, than just stop, because your body cools down, your muscles start to tighten up, your joints start to hurt, especially in this weather as well. It's so cold that I don't know how actually warm she will be.
I'm just going to pause you there. I'm going to go inside and do an opening link on Radio 2 with Scott Mills. We're going to head back to Ollie on the runner cam in the meantime, and I'll see you again inside the studio in a moment.
Hello, I don't know if you can see over the rain on my lenses, but these are the conditions that we are working with. It's cold, it's wet, but it makes for that dramatic end to a monster challenge, and it's nearly over now. But what's getting her through these hard times, this abysmal, atrocious weather, just look at it. What's getting Sarah through, these people on the side of the road. Can you see that? Can you see all of the people that have turned up in droves to cheer her on? What an amazing challenge. And people have been giving her kind words, cheering her on all the way through this week. We've had messages from the Prince of Wales has given Sarah kind words. Even Wallace from Wallace and Gromit has given words of encouragement. I'm only starting from just outside of Hosforth all the way into Pudsey, which is nothing at all. I'm miserable in this cold weather, but imagine what that's like for Sarah. She's been doing, this is her 5th day in a row, as I've said, but she's nearly there now. Her dry robe's waiting for her in the Radio 2 studio back in the Calverley Golf Club that is in Pudsey. Nearly there now. The road is wet, it's miserable, and it's dark up here in Yorkshire, but we don't have long to bear. Look at all of these people on the road, people leaning out the side of their cars to take pictures. We've got more crowds here. In fact, why don't we just listen to the crowds a bit while we carry on?
Well done, Sarah, keep going!
We've had other people say that Sarah is an absolute inspiration to them just in the few minutes that I've been running behind now. What an inspiring thing to see and to be a part of. And this is all for children in need, of course. Sarah's already raised £6 million this morning before I even arrived in Hosforth. So we'll see what the total is when we get back to Pudsey. I'm sure it will be something incredible. Nearly there, we've got this long stretch ahead of us. Looks like the end is not in sight, but it definitely is. As soon as we can see the rolling hills of Yorkshire, we know we're homeward bound. We know we're going to be dry, and this challenge will be over, and what an achievement it's going to be. What an incredible thing to do. We've had words from Paddy McGuinness, Vernon Kay over the week, who have done similar challenges to this. Sorry, I'm going to throw back to you in the studio now so we can let Sarah zone in and let her have some headspace and give her some focus.
You okay?
Sorry about that. I don't think
is the song that's been getting us motivated to support Sarah all week on The Breakfast Show. Standing in front of this crowd, it feels like I'm about to launch into a live Zumba class in a golf club. Here is Melanie C with Sweat.
I'm back with you and I'm joined by Ben, Sarah's husband. Hello.
Hi Tina, how are you?
I'm okay, how are you?
Yeah, we're good, thanks. We're good. It's been an amazing week. It's been pretty surreal, but we're near the end and we just want to get her home now.
So how's Sarah doing from your perspective? Because obviously we've been chatting to her on Radio 2 Breakfast every morning, hearing from her throughout the day, but presumably you're having those chats with her. I mean, it sounded so like she was in so much pain. How is she?
Yeah, I mean, it's up and down really. I speak to her every morning, every evening and a couple of times during the day. I'm also getting lots of updates from Nick the physio on her physical condition and mental condition, but look, she's up and down. It's been pretty brutal, and yeah, we just can't quite believe that she's managed to do it, and I just know how much she's looking forward to finishing it and getting home, getting into bed with a nice cup of tea. That's what she kind of keeps saying. I just can't wait to get home and have a cuppa in bed watching telly. That's
and I bet you and the kids can't wait to have her home.
Yeah, we would love to have her home. I mean, you know, she's obviously an amazing broadcaster and now an amazing runner, a national treasure, but she's also a wife and a mum, and we'd like to get her back home in one piece ideally.
She's inspiring, as well as raising phenomenal amounts of money. I mean, she went to pieces this morning when we told her the total was 5 million. It's since gone to 6. And every year when we do these challenges, you think, surely this next year they're never going to be able to raise the same amount, but she's done it.
Yeah.
And I think what's been so incredible is how much of an inspiration she has been to women watching. Yeah. And it's funny because Trevor Nelson sort of jokingly said, oh, you know, you're a woman of a certain vintage. Everybody heard that, much is much quoted now. And she said, I'm not a woman of a certain vintage or a certain age, I'm 50. And she's doing that. And I think that sends a really positive message out to women across the country.
100%. You know, she's not just an inspiration to us and our kids. And I should probably do a shout out to our kids, Lola, Isaac and Renee, who are obviously have all been following this very closely. But yeah, she's clearly an inspiration to everyone else. And I think that's just because she's very real, she's very natural, she's always herself, but also she's always challenging herself to do more, whether it's writing a book or just taking on new challenges. You know, she's up for it, and I think she's a good example that age is not really important. You know, you're never too young or old to just try new things and achieve.
Has she inspired you to start running? Have you been training with her?
Absolutely not. No, I had the opportunity to train with her and I politely declined. No, she's been training loads. She's been doing an amazing job. We kind of fulfill our roles in different ways. Obviously, I've been holding the fort while she's been, you know, getting on with this incredible challenge. But she runs alone.
I will let you go in a minute because I think she'll be approaching soon. But plans for this weekend, apart from the cup of tea in bed?
Not a lot really. I think just letting her recover and just taking it easy and just reflecting on this incredible experience and just what's been going on. It's just been amazing.
Oh Ben, so good to talk to you.
Yeah, good to
I'll let
you
you go back inside or outside the finish line, wherever you want to be.
Okay.
And we'll carry on having a look at pictures of Sarah. We can see her running there and the route where she is at the moment. I think, can we get an update on how far away she is now? Very close, very, very close. She's picked back up to a jog again. I mean, that is incredible.
We don't have a microphone.
Oh, you don't have a microphone? No, you don't. We are getting a microphone. It's coming. We can tell we're live. Here you go.
Hello, there we go. Back
yeah.
in.
I mean, yeah, just hearing Ben there talking about all that support. I mean, he's holding the fort at home, but family, having the support of family is so important.
It is, and my family are very supportive, but also I have to remind myself that I have no dependables. I don't have a family, you know, I don't have children, and doing this and putting all this work in. And I think sometimes it's really important to people watching at home, you know, just getting out to do your local park run on a Saturday is an amazing achievement in itself, because everyone's got a 9 to 5, a job, they've got family, just to get out and start moving. And I hope Sarah's inspiring people to do that, because you know, you've got so many commitments in life, and actually the joy of running is just the movement itself. And so not everyone has to go and do 135 miles to inspire their family, but just getting out and moving, that's always kind of my message.
Yeah, and it was great to hear from Ben, just that kind of backstory, you know, what's happening behind the scenes as well, and that wider support that she's getting from her team on the road. You know, we talked about Nick the physio and all the work that he'll be doing, and the rest of the team to kind of keep her moving, helping her recover. You know, during the pit stop she's having the day and overnight as well. There's so much that's kind of involved in keeping Sarah, but in any of these events, kind of keeping people going. Really, you know, we've mentioned that nutrition's really important, and the psychology behind it as well. But also that kind of recovery strategies that we have in place, like massage therapy and those kind of things as well.
And cups of tea in bed.
And cups of tea in bed, absolutely.
Well, we've been talking about the support, so I'm going to grab that microphone. We're going to go into the crowd and go and speak to some of the people who have been supporting Sarah. I think I better put my hood up. Hang on, here we go. If we come out here, I mean, it's really is amazing that so many people have turned out despite this weather, and it's been the same every day this week. Hello, you're live on BBC News. What are your names?
Fizz from Pudsey. Hello, everybody.
From Pudsey. Hello.
Nigel from Huddersfield.
And what brings you out here in the rain?
Well, I'm a woman in my 50s, 3 kids like Sarah, and I tell you what, I have been wowed, blown away by how incredible. And every day she manages to find something in that near empty tank. And my gosh, and you can feel the energy here. It's amazing.
Oh, it's funny, we've just been talking about that, the fact that she's 50 and an inspiration to women
Absolutely.
of all ages. It's never too late. I mean, that is quite extreme, 135 miles, but a positive role model.
Absolutely, positive role model, and just really how she's just braved the elements and just found some amazing strength and raised an incredible amount of money for children in need. We salute you, Sarah.
I've been doing the same. I've been doing children in need since 1986.
Wow.
And I raised over £116,000. Just me.
That's incredible.
And I've always said, people like us, we can go out to work and do things, but these little kids can't, and that's why I'm doing it, to back her up as well.
Thank you so much for talking to us. Hello there. You've dressed for the weather. What's your name?
I'm Becca.
And what brings you here today?
For Sarah, really. I mean, I know what she's going through. I'm a dog walker, so I'm out in this all day, every day, so I thought might as well come out.
And have you been following her journey over this week, all the marathons she's been running? Any highlights or moments that really stand out for you?
I'm trying to think, just all of it really, just how she, even when she gets down, she just gets back up. But I know that exact feeling from, you know, having to go out in the horrible weather, being dragged about by dogs. But yeah, I think probably the highlight actually seeing her with her dog. Yeah.
All right, good to talk to you.
With her, I'm her mum.
Okay. Oh,
so
right,
I get dragged with her in a
here.
lot of the weathers, but yeah, it just shows the power of the human, you know, the endurance, the strength that we have when we dig deep. So
hello there. What are your names? Are you together? I'm not. Oh no, sorry.
Hi, my name's Marie. I am one of the neighbours, just live in the next street. It's our local golf club. But Sarah's absolutely amazing. We've followed her every day this week. The resilience she's shown, how she gets back up, you know, when the going gets tough. She's a perfect example to everybody. She's done really well. Come on, Sarah.
Come on, Sarah. Indeed.
Definitely, come on, Sarah. My name's Phil. My daughter Orla. Sarah is her favourite DJ in the world, and she'd be gutted if I hadn't come here to support her today. So I've driven up from the south coast just to be here. So yeah, come on Sarah, I've seen her earlier on today, she looks smashing, she's going to absolutely nail this.
You win then so far. You've driven up from the south coast. That is dedication.
Well, my parents live on the south coast, so 91 and 92. So yeah, Sara Cox, she is amazing. I love her show. So and it's a pleasure to meet you, Tina, as well.
Oh, pleasure to meet you too. Definitely a Radio 2 listener there. Thank you very much. Hi there. What will your messages of support be to Sarah when she comes through here?
Oh, she's just been amazing this week. It's been absolutely fabulous. I've been listening to it all week and just love listening to her and just listening to all the stories and people that she's met. And we're all dead proud of her. So come on, Sarah, we can't wait to see you cross the line.
There've been highs, but there've been lows as well.
There has, and I think she really represents the best of British that we work through. We work through things. It doesn't matter. They say it's grim up north, but it's great up north. We always have a smile on our faces, and we're really excited to see her and just help her get over that line.
That northern grit.
Exactly that. Exactly that.
Yeah, you agree?
Definitely agree. Yes.
And what are your names?
Julie. Victoria.
And where have you come from?
We live in Pudsey, so we're proud to be from Yorkshire, proud to be here celebrating Sarah finishing in Pudsey. She's done amazing this week. So many tears listening to her. She's really inspired me, and I'm so excited to see her when she gets up this big last hill.
Yeah. And Pudsey, of course, is from Pudsey, so she's bringing Pudsey home to Pudsey, and here is Pudsey.
The original Pudsey Bear.
The original?
Yeah, that both my daughters adored him because he's got the different banjo on.
Are you from Pudsey?
Yes, I am. Yeah. So.
And what would your message to Sarah be?
Just well done. You're amazing.
Okay, I'm going to just race on up here. Hello. Hi there. Oh, you've got the Pudsey ears on.
I have, yes.
Very good. Where have you come from to be here today?
We've come from outside of Wakefield. Yes, to see her.
Are you big Sarah fans?
Absolutely, we are. Yes. Been a very emotional week. We've watched her every stop and got emotional, and yeah, looking forward to seeing her.
Did you cry? I did.
I am now. Yeah. She's brilliant, isn't she?
And what would you say, if there's any standout moments from the week, what would you say there have been?
There's been many, just watching her push through the hard times and listening to the emotional, things what people have gone through. You don't realise how lucky you are until, you see people.
And that's the thing that keeps her going. Listen, thank you so much for talking to us. And this is all the support that Sarah's been relying on. And those donations to Radio 2 during the week have added up to sort of 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4, 5, 6. And we are due to get a new total soon. If we could just turn the camera around to have a look at how many people are here lining up by the finish line and outside. We are here in Pudsey. Oh, have a look at these. The nation's hero, Dame Sarah. Oh, willing on that.
We have been all week.
Yeah.
We started in Kielder.
Did you?
We followed her all the way down.
Why?
Because it's a good course. We like Sarah, listened to her show, and we thought she needed the support. So we thought it would be a good thing to do.
But it's so hard because so many people are struggling, but the fact that people just donate those little bits, and whether or not it might be pocket money, just small amounts, even people who can't afford it, and it's added up to this grand total.
Immense, isn't it? Absolutely immense. 6 million plus at the moment.
I know,
and it's going to get more. It's going to get more.
Any highlights, lowlights for you?
Highlights? Well,
because you've been there all the way.
I think in one sense crossing some of the moors up further north was a real highlight, because it was a real difficult crossing in one way, but also the countryside's so open and you can see for miles. That means you can see the road going down and up and off into the distance, and just looking at it must be, oh my God, how far is that?
I'm not sure there were highlights for Sarah.
It's about grit, isn't it?
It's about grit, or northern grit.
Northern grit, absolutely, northern grit.
Resilience. She has shown it all, honestly. So proud of her. She's just can't believe what she's been through. It's been absolutely gruelling, and we've just done it in a camper van. So.
But still, that's commitment on your part too. You're out here braving the elements.
Yes, yeah, well, true, but nothing like she's done. I felt for her every step of the way. Absolutely painful, I think. Yeah. But she's just an amazing, inspirational person, and I'm sure the money that she's raised will go to so many good causes that I'm sure more people will donate.
All right, well, thank you. Minutes away now, I think. Yeah, she's not far away. Okay, let's head back to. I was about to say the warmth of our canopy, but it's not very warm. If you have just joined us on BBC News, we are live on the iPlayer from a very wet Pudsey in Leeds, and we are counting down to Sara Cox finishing her monumental Children in Need Great Northern Marathon Challenge. We heard that she was a couple of miles away. Let's have a look at the camera to see how she is doing. There she is, she's walking. 1.5 miles, I've been told, to go now, and just hearing the support from all the people who've travelled here today, some from the south coast, other people have followed her in a camper van all week. I mean, that is the thing, I suppose, that really makes her dig deep and sort of really pushes her on. We can't really underestimate that, the mental resilience. And
yes, I mean, again, it's just incredible, isn't it? And all this support she'll be having, it'll be giving her kind of extra drive. She'll be using their energy. It also helps to have a bit of distraction. Sometimes in these events when you're so painful, and we know she's been having a lot of pain in her joints and her muscles, that having constant distractions is really helpful, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. And I think the endorphins and just, as you said, as soon as you get messages of support or people shouting you out or even people in cars beeping at you, that just distracts your brain a little bit from the pain in the legs and the joints, which I'm sure she is feeling. But, it's good she keeps moving. And from at this stage now, how broken down is your body, and what is happening to your muscles?
Yeah, well, it's been accumulative over the days that she's been running. So all the kind of jarring you get in an activity like running, you're going to get some local damage in the surrounding tissue. So around the joints in particular, the ligaments, the tendons, even in the muscle itself, they'll be creating some kind of structural damage in the muscle fibers, and that'll cause some inflammation. And I think we all feel that once we've done something that's really hard work, in the hours and maybe sometimes days after, there's that kind of burning sensation. And so that's all been something going on. That's all been building up over this time. So then that's really what's causing the pain. And every evening that'll subside slightly, but then the next day you're hitting it again and getting more of this damage repeating.
And I don't know, is it better to run? I know it's probably impossible to run it in one go, but it's the stopping and the starting and every morning, because every morning when we've spoken to Sara on Radio 2, I've sort of been worried about whether or not she'd be able to carry on that day. She seems so broken. Yeah. And there was one day in particular, I think it was maybe day 2, and she was sort of crying, saying, look, I haven't slept. And sleep nutrition is so important when you're doing a challenge like this.
Well, all that inflammation that we talked about just now, when you finish running, the body goes into kind of repair mode. So everything's kind of elevated, metabolism's elevated, your body's trying to kind of restructure itself, get everything back in the order that it needs to be in. And that will take overnight. And what kind of happens as well is, because of that raised metabolism, your body temperature raises, everything's uncomfortable. So literally your body's still a bit wired, and so you can't sleep. And that's what will have caused that. Yeah. And so then that has a knock-on effect because you haven't slept. Well, and then mentally that's hard.
Of course, then you spiral even further. Exactly. Because Sara was saying, I thought I'd sleep. I thought sleep was guaranteed, because you think you'd be so physically tired, you'd fall asleep straight away.
It's impossible to sleep because as you said, you're super hot, your heart rate's much higher, your HRV's higher, your mind's also going, and also I use caffeine a lot in these kind of challenges. It's a great tool. It reduces I think it increases your pain tolerance, and it's a stimulant as well. So you're lying in bed, you're completely wired, your body's screaming at you, you're in loads of pain, and you're going to try and sleep. It's impossible, and you're incredibly hot, and you just can't get comfortable. And then it's waking up the next day. Though I wouldn't recommend anyone, 135 miles in one go is a long way. So I think breaking it up is probably sensible in this situation. But
so many of you have been sending in messages. Keep going, BBC Radio 2, Sara Cox. You are broken and wrecked physically, but still rising up and lacing up. You're an incredible inspiration for humanity. Go, Sara. You have more than got this. You are owning this, darling. About 100 exclamation marks in that message. Julie says Sara's amazing, a true warrior. Just donated. Let's get her to a record high. Cal says she donated early this week, but hearing her this morning donated again. Sara is epic. The nation is so proud of her. Sophie listened to Rise Up and cried my eyes out. Just donated. This is killing me, says Vicky. I'm sat in a cafe at the gym trying to work before my class, and the story of Maddie. We heard about Maddie on Radio 2, and Sarah said that she was going to run for Maddie today, trying desperately to hold back the tears. Lace up for Maddie, just donated. Paula is in South Wales. OMG, I've never cried as much as I have this week. Listening to Sarah this morning has broken me. Nearly there now. Keep going, you are a Wonder Woman. And there are so many. I'll just go to David, the final one for now, from Spain, who says, I'm driving my car to Alicante, going to work, listening to your show. Absolutely fantastic. Right, it sounds like, thank you for your messages, keep them coming in. It sounds like Sarah is approaching and should be with us very soon. I mean, what will be going? You can speak to this, Hugo. What's going through your mind in these final stages?
I'm not sure that I'm the best gauge. I usually get to near the finish and go, I'm so happy it's done. I was like, I usually don't feel incredible. I don't get a massive high. I'm just like relieved that I don't have to move anymore. I think that's usually just can stop. I think your central nervous system's so taxed at this point, and if I dread to think what happens to her when she sits down. She'll just be like, oh, I'm so happy to be finished. I don't think she'll probably want a beer or a glass of wine or a champagne, but I can imagine the emotions right now are huge, and the crowds outside, it's amazing to watch.
Yeah, and she's got a really tough section now. The line is very close, but actually you can't see very well on these pictures. But this is actually quite a steep hill, and so this goes on for like half a mile or so. So yeah, this is a tough bit because she's got to really dig in to get up here and to the finish line. So it's going to be some really mixed emotions going through because she's got to keep focused. She's got, the crowd's increasing. She knows she's so close to the finish line.
And should she stop? When you finish something like this, I mean, is it what every time I hear a cheer, I think that's Sarah Cox.
She must be here.
The moment. I mean, is it what? Should you stay on your feet? What should you do?
It depends what's happening next time. Here's finished, so literally she can just relax. You do kind of want to keep moving a little bit. I think everyone's kind of used to that notion of sitting down for like 20 minutes and sitting up and all of a sudden you can't move. But it depends what you've got to do. But at the end of the day, your main focus is the fact that you've done it, and it's really kind of you've finished. And so you can just focus on what you want to do next, really. But yeah, there's that recovery process you've got to think about if you've got to do things the next day. So for example, yesterday, she probably didn't stop moving. She probably didn't sit down for too long. She'd keep moving. The physios would have worked on her, keeping her muscles moving, getting that blood flow back into the muscles.
I've seen she's been sitting in some cold baths
She's
and
had some
ice baths.
Yeah,
which is great in terms of just reducing that inflammation, and it does make you feel a little better. I think that's Scott Mills hyping the crowd up, to be honest.
Is he?
Yeah,
sorry, I'm getting an update which I just missed because of the cheering. How far away is Sarah? How far? She's got a mile to go. So how long do you think that would take?
15 minutes.
Yeah, maybe a bit quicker than that.
Maybe a bit quicker.
Yeah, because I think she'll probably be pulling out the stops, trying to eke out all the energy she's got to get to this last bit now.
Yeah.
But it is a tough section.
And Hugo, you know all about good and bad finishes. Not bad, as in physically. Weren't you picked up by paramedics at the end of one?
In London Marathon, it's hard to be talking about a marathon when Sarah's just doing 135 miles.
I know.
However, I did the London Marathon this year, and I overheated slightly, just a touch. And at the finish line, I collapsed, and it was pictured perfectly by the BBC. So I managed to get that nice clip of me, and around 5 million people saw that. And enjoyed it. So I think my pain was everyone else's joy for that small period on Instagram. But yeah, the teams and the paramedics at something like the London Marathon are fantastic. And every time you do an event like this or any marathon, the volunteers, the paramedics do such a fantastic job because you're putting your body through something that it probably isn't built for. Humans are amazing at running, and you can probably speak to this more than I can, but there's a certain point where you're putting your body through something that it's not natural to be doing this, and I think that's why people are so inspired, because running 135 miles is just
bonkers.
It's not great. Yeah, it's not great for you, and you have to. There's a point in this where she has done so much damage to her body, but mentally, that's how you get through it. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've evolved as a species to move. You know, if you think back to hundreds of thousands of years ago, where it was important for survival to be able to move long distances. So we are not going against what we said, but we have evolved to move and run a lot. I think what's happened over the last kind of generations, we've become less active. So this is extreme, even for even back a couple 100,000 years ago. This kind of thing is still extreme, but there's somewhere in the middle where actually, with sufficient, as we talked before, sufficient kind of training and preparation, we can do a lot more activity than we think we can. The body's incredibly resilient. It adapts and becomes super efficient and able to cope with loads, provides lots of energy so we can sustain this kind of work. So it's back to this idea of actually this is something, well, not what Sarah's doing, but other challenges and doing more physical exercise is something that everyone can do, and it's just kind of building up to it, so that because we are, we're suited to that kind of thing. For sure.
And how long will it take, Sarah, someone who's done this kind of five marathons in 5 days to recover?
Yeah, so it's going to take a little while, to be honest. There's different elements. There's the energy recovery, where she's literally kind of depleted a lot of the body of its normal stores. She'd have broken down some muscle probably as well. We use muscle as a fuel when it gets quite extreme. And then there's the joints and connective tissue, which have undergone some damage as well. And then psychologically is another element of it. She might never want to look at another pair of running trainers again. So all these things take slightly different time scales. So the immediate one would be, within a week she's probably got her energy back, but her joints and muscles will still be really hurting, and that might take a bit longer. Hopefully she's not done any kind of long-term damage, which might take a lot longer. But hopefully within a few weeks she might look at the running trainers again and think, oh, maybe
fancy that, or never again.
Well,
who knows?
The thing is that she'll have got such a lot of fitness in the preparation for this. And doing this as well. She will actually, although it's been a big challenge, her body will respond and will be better, in the weeks to come than she would have been at the start. She'll be fitter, stronger, and all the rest of it. So it'll be shame for her not to kind of keep going with some element of exercise and movement. So it'd be good if she does keep training. I mean, I can talk to Ben about that to try and see what he says.
Yes, give him some tips. I'm sure he'd welcome them. We're hearing she's a kilometre away. And what's been brilliant is, I mean, I know for myself, if I'm in the gym, I don't like distractions. Like, I don't like talking to people. I mean, no comparison really. But the fact that she has, the point I'm trying to make, not very well, is the fact that she is engaging with people, which in itself is exhausting every step of the way, whether it's high fives, whether it's photographs, stopping to chat, join in with sing-alongs. I mean, that must add to the exhaustion.
I think it does. I mean, some people like to focus, but I think, I mean, Hugh, what do you think about that? What was your experience of when you're in the event working hard? What do you do to kind of keep focused and engage with people, or not?
I think to be honest, giving a high five to someone always gives me like a little boost. Especially on like a marathon day. If you're in one of those like ultra long stages, sometimes you just have days where you just can't look at anything. You just want to put one foot in front of the other and just head down, try and focus on your nutrition, try and just make sure that you can get to the next kilometre and take it within that kilometre. But I do think Sarah will be getting such energy from the people around her.
And is it right, euphoria? Is that the right word for this final sort of stretch?
Yeah, there'll be a sense of euphoria as she comes in, yeah, for sure. She'll be getting that from the crowd, and knowing that the finish line is in sight, and this crazy thing that she's doing is coming to an end.
800 metres, we're hearing, half a mile to go.
And I think the money as well, how much she's raised, must just be that feeling of knowing that she has done this amazing job, but also raised 6 million for children in need.
And it's some of the stories of the children and families she's helping that she's been hearing along the way. And I wonder if that's a good way of focusing. This morning she heard a story about somebody called Maddie, and she said, right, today it's Maddie I'm running for.
It gives you a real purpose.
Yes.
What's important with all these things, and particularly for Sarah, will be the motivation of why she's doing it, and all these additional stories and all the support she's getting is just helping her keep that motivation high. And as Hugo said, without a clear purpose, without that really strong motivation, it's very difficult to achieve these kind of challenges. So that'll that'll be really important. Everything that will have kind of built and helped Sarah kind of sustain this kind of the mental engagement and give her the energy to keep going. So
and
important.
It's also, I mean, I know she's a broadcaster, we're broadcasters, but she has made herself extremely vulnerable. I mean, and she's had no choice over that, which must be, that's a whole other element.
Yeah, I mean, I stick a camera in my face daily for my career, but also I appreciate that a lot of people do these things and they don't have that aspect, and they can be vulnerable maybe to their close family who are around them, but not to the nation. And you know, hundreds of thousands, millions of people are watching this live over the last 5 days, and her being that vulnerable and that open and kind of just telling us how much she's in pain and suffering, I think that's also really inspired people, and being that open has probably one of the key reasons why she's been able to raise so much money.
And how do you deal with that? Yeah. Well, just with what you do now. I mean,
Yeah.
you've given up. Are we allowed to say you've given up your job and you're doing this full time?
I just love running. I choose to do this for fun.
Yeah.
I did a 5-day multi-stage, similar to how far Sarah's going, and I personally love it. And there obviously are points where you don't, but I think running's given me so much in my life and given me such purpose, just the movement, that's what kind of grounds me. And every day I have to go and run, because that, for my mental health, just for my general well-being, it's such an amazing sport. So I think I always encourage everyone, doesn't matter how far you run, 1 kilometre, 5 kilometres, 135 miles.
Yes.
Sorry, I know we're switching between kilometres and miles. It's probably confusing everyone.
Well, we're keeping everyone happy.
Exactly.
Or no one happy. Who
but
knows?
I think, it just gives me such purpose, and that's why I love trying to spread the word and get everyone to start moving.
And you only started running during the pandemic.
Yeah, I started in 2020. There was this NHS, you don't remember, it was Give 5, Donate 5, and run and nominate 5 people to do a 5K. And I did that, and I really enjoyed it, and so I just carried on running. Yeah, and I'm 18 marathons down later, and I could never have envisaged this being my life and being here right now, but I'm so happy I took that leap. So yeah.
How brilliant! And it.
So I was going to say, it's just incredible how you can go from one thing to another, doesn't it? You know, and I know there are all these kind of amazing stories like Sarah's and Hugo's and others, but again, it goes back to the fact that there's something there for everyone. It doesn't have to be running. You know, there's all sorts of activities and events out there that people could aim and target for that suit them and their environment, their situation.
But running in particular, you do hear people. I hear people who are very into running saying it's sort of addictive.
Yeah, it's the same for a lot of sports though. It's not just running. I think that's just the kind of the popular thing that we hear about, and it's accessible for everyone. That's the thing that's so good about running. You can kind of do it from your door. You can do it, at lunchtime at work or that kind of thing. But you get a similar kick from any kind of exercise, to be honest. And people feel the same from going to the gym regularly. And I think the message is that, we can take inspiration from all that we've been watching from Sarah and others. But I think the message is to everyone is trying to get more active, be more healthy. Improve your health, fitness and health, so we can have a happier, longer life with more function and enjoyment.
Let's get some more messages. They are flying in. Dawn says, doing a race on the indoor bike trainer, and no, I'm not hurting as much as Sarah. Getting girl. Lots of love from Ian. You're a legend, Sarah. Donated. Keep it up. You can do this. Sharon in Whitley Bay. Sarah is incredible. We all love her. What you're doing for children in need and representing women our age gives me goosebumps. So emotional. Go Sarah. Anne Healy, Wendy Anderson and Carol Garnett, we were stood at the bottom of Old Pool Bank waiting to cheer Sarah on. We were a bit concerned we were going to miss her as she seemed to get to Beckwith Shore very quickly this morning. We've all been so inspired by her challenge and her perseverance. Go Sarah. We've been listening all week. Keep crying. Don't know why. You're not alone, but it's been brilliant. Go Sarah and Radio 2. You will tell me if you see her coming, won't you? Good. Keep your eyes peeled. I'm an emotional wreck for Sarah this week. I climbed Kilimanjaro to raise funds for charity, and on summit night I too was completely broken, unable to eat or sleep and more tired than I'd ever been in my life. But I made it. I was the last one out of our team of 22, but I made it, and I thought it was impossible. Come on Sarah, you've got this. Betty's in Hampshire, our warrior, champion and inspiration. Your strength, determination and true grit takes our breath away. We are all. The amount of money you've already raised so far is testament to how astonishing and incredible a woman you are, to what you have achieved, and just how much the nation loves you. Not far now. You have it in you. We all believe in you. So much love, and thanks to you and to all the Radio 2 team. And when Sara crosses the finish line, Radio 2's broadcasting from inside. Mel C's inside. She's been performing. Her family, friends are there, gathered, waiting to meet her. She will go in and speak to Scott Mills live on Radio 2, so we will get her reaction as soon as she comes in. We know it's less than half a mile now, so she will be here in Pudsey. 135th mile in a matter of minutes, we think. Minutes, you think? Can you? Yeah, just judging by those. Oh, you've been following the running cam.
Yeah, she's literally a few hundred metres away, I think.
Ah, right. Here we go. No.
Scott Mills is doing a great job of
Geeing up the crowd. Yeah, and rightly so. I can see a few people jogging down, but not Sara. And it's just, I mean, it hasn't stopped raining, has it? It has been raining.
It's just another factor that just wasn't needed. And the weather is truly grim. It's very cold, which has also just made it even more challenging for her to get up every morning in this weather.
But having said that, I mean, would you prefer heat or cold, or this sort of temperature, Ray? I mean, what's worse?
Well, the extremes are bad. You know, to be honest, this has been pretty extreme for Sara. You know, headwinds.
Yeah. Yes.
You know, driving rain.
Hills.
You know, the uphills and the downhills take the toll. But at the same time, as Hugo was saying, the heat's also bad, and that's actually very dangerous. The heat too. Yeah. So it's just having somewhere in the middle. But yeah, she's been doing absolutely amazingly so far. You know, it's been incredible to watch, isn't it? Yeah. She's so close now to getting here.
Yeah, where's a brass band playing, local band, Hammond's Band, I think they're called, who are here, who've turned out, who've been rehearsing in the rain, and they are ready, waiting to play for Sara. It's a hive of activity here. You can really feel the excitement starting to build now. Sara is mere meters, minutes away. A huge crowd assembled here in Pudsey, a local golf club, all come out to support her, and we've heard from people as far away from Spain who've driven the breadth of the country, who there she is coming. We can see her now, Sara Cox, approaching the finishing line in Pudsey with a huge crowd behind her. She is receiving a hero's welcome, and rightly so. Yards away now, we can see her, the crowds, as you can hear, making so much noise for her. The band's playing, here she comes. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Sara is approaching the finish line. She has made it. Family, friends, fans, there will be many tears. What a triumph. What a triumph. There she is, through the finish line. She had nothing left in the tank, she said, and here she is. 135 miles, 5 marathons in 5 days for children in need, and millions raised for charity. What an inspiration to us all. What must she be feeling physically and mentally? At this moment in time, she's being embraced by family, by friends, by the crowd. Her husband, Ben, who we spoke to earlier, there she is. Oh, and her children. It's so good to see Sara smiling now, because there have been so many tears this week.
She looks so fresh.
she
Oh my gosh, that was the hardest thing I've ever done. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Well done. Hello, Yorkshire!
So proud of you. I'm so pleased to see you.
Being honorary Yorkshire woman now.
Sara Cox! She did it! We're going to have a full debrief next.
Sara's Great Northern Marathon Challenge for BBC Children in Need. Mission finally complete.
How overwhelming must that be? Sara Cox has completed her Great Northern Marathon Challenge, 5 marathons in 5 days. She started in the Kildare Forest on the Scottish border. She's ended up in Pudsey in Leeds, 135 miles. Miles of undulating countryside. There've been hills, there've been highs, sleepless nights, but she has made it. She has pushed through, and she said it's like having that tiny little bit of toothpaste in a toothpaste tube that you're trying to squeeze out. That's what it's been like this morning. No fuel in the tank. She didn't think she could do it, and she has. We should be able to get a total sometime soon. She's heading inside where her friends and family are now. I mean, what a moment. You must know what it feels like, this moment. You go.
I mean,
not quite this
you know,
moment,
I don't think I
but
can really, because when I finish these, I just go, oh, the relief of finishing. But I think for her to have raised so much money for children in need, it's such a special moment. Throughout the week, hearing those amazing stories about the people she's helping, and to now be finished. I mean, the smile on her face when she crossed the line and to hug her husband and children, that just must be so special. So yeah, I don't think I'll ever be able to relate to this. I don't think many people. I think there'll be 0.01% of the world.
But I think we can. We are allowed to. I mean, this is obviously like incredible, and like, but just from the point of view of doing a physically, extreme endurance test like this, I mean, you can relate to.
Yes,
and just
I've done a few,
the moment of, so I'll rephrase it,
yes.
the moment of crossing the finish line.
Yeah, I think she's put in months of training for this. She may not have had a huge running background, to sacrifice the amount she's had to, and also the whole family as well. For her husband to take, the strain with looking after the kids as well, and then for her to put all the training in, all that over the course of months. And to be finally finished, I think that's the real joy as well.
It's a huge sacrifice on many levels, actually, to that point. The family sacrifice, the time, and you're really exposing yourself.
Yeah, and I think what she'll do is this has been a really tough thing for her, but give it a couple of weeks and she'll look back on this and be so proud of what she's achieved. It'll be something that she'll look back on in years to come and say, I did that. That's something I set out to do. I thought it was impossible, and I've just raised my game and pulled that energy and that motivation out of somewhere, and that resilience to get this thing finished. And that involves a whole family, a friends, a network, and it's those kind of achievements that you can look back on and be really proud of.
I think it's also really hard to kind of comprehend what she's done. Her right now, I don't think she'll be able to comprehend really the magnitude of what she's done, but in the next week or two, it will slowly sink in when she's probably warmed up a little bit, had a couple of hot cups of tea, gone to the physio a couple of times, and now she can look back at all this amazing footage as well, and how the BBC have captured it, and how Radio 2 have captured it. I think it's going to be amazing for her to look back on, and what a story.
Yeah, and I just really random thoughts popped into my head, but it's just because Sarah's come in, been greeted by friends and family. She's gone in, but we're waiting for her to come up. Oh, hang on. We are about to join. Let's join Radio 2 now. I will save that thought. Sarah is about to give us her reaction after completing the Great Northern Marathon Challenge. Here they are.
But she's not here. She's gone for a wee, which is fully understandable. She'll be with us in a second. This one from Vivian in Fratton, who says, I'm in absolute bits, Scott. I'm sat in my Royal Mail delivery van. I had to stop and listen to Sara crossing the line. What an unbelievable achievement. What she has done for not just children in need, but also all women, regardless of age, is incredible. Sara Cox, you rock! We'll play D-Ream and then we'll speak to Sara. This is Radio 2.
just completed her Great Northern Marathon Challenge. If you have just joined us, you are watching BBC News live from Pudsey in Leeds. She's sitting down finally. I hope someone's made her a hot cup of tea. How incredible. There she is. Guess keep warm.
Yeah, I mean, while she's active, while she's running, she'll be keeping warm. She has the right clothing on, but also she'll be pretty wet as well. As soon as she stops, it's the time when you get quite cold, because your body's actually trying to lose heat while you're running. You create an incredible amount of heat, so that'll still be happening while she's in there. So it's a good job. It's nice and warm in there. You see, she's getting some clothes on and sorting herself out. But yeah, this is a really interesting time for her, because all you want to do is actually just relax and switch off. You've completed it, and this is the challenge. Additional challenge of what she's got to do. She's got to cope with
live on national radio now with the whole country watching and
engaged
listening.
in that from a mental perspective, and that's really tough.
She looks great.
Yeah.
It's good. I see people forcing her to drink protein shakes and getting something down, which is really important at this point. Recovery is going to be so hard anyway, but to start that process now is really important.
I mean, you think once she sat down she wouldn't get up, but she's got up and she's hugging people in the crowd. She must be on such a high right now, pure adrenaline rush.
Yeah, adrenaline and endorphins, and again just that kind of sense of relief, and hopefully just that magnitude of what she's achieved. She'll start to process it a little bit more as well, and it'll be really interesting to see what she's got to say. Because this last day would have been the toughest.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's
not the day two. I thought the day two perhaps.
Well, remember we said, the fatigue is accumulating, so every day gets more painful. Your body's kind of, the muscles aren't working quite as well as they were the day before. So although she's getting closer to the end, actually the physical demands on the body means actually it's probably the physically the hardest. But I imagine that day two as well. You suddenly realise what you've let yourself in for, and you've got another kind of 4 days to go. So that's also pretty tough.
Yeah. A couple of messages before we go back to Radio 2. Sally, well done, Sarah. You are a superstar. We love you, from Sally and 5-year-old Ella. So inspiring. We've donated twice. Suzanne's in Yorkshire. Just the most amazing effort, Sarah. Cried with you all week. Was the best to watch you go over the finish line. You are a legend. 135 miles, just a reminder, in 5 days. William Richards, Dunfermline in Scotland, says, Sara Cox, congratulations. What a fantastic achievement for a fantastic cause. Claire, Sarah, there are no words. You made it, and the nation is so 3 times proud of you. Not only will you change thousands of children's lives, but your life will never be the same again either. You've shown us all just how to dig so deep, push through and capture all of our hearts. Well done, Sarah, from the bottom of my heart. Fantastic, Sara Cox. You're a powerhouse and a superwoman. Thank you for all your messages. Back to Radio 2.
I want you to soak every single bit of that up, because you are amazing. And I don't even know whether you know what you've done. Because
it was a really silly idea.
It was a silly idea.
Such a ridiculous thing to do.
Now that it's over, we can say that was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And have you lost Pudsey? Where's Pudsey that was on your back? Oh, best friend Claire, you've got
there.
it.
Claire's got it. That'll be on eBay by 5. Get a few quid, babe.
I said to Sarah, right, come and have a sit down with me. We're just going to have a chat on the radio. And there is a slight step up to the stage. And she was like, well, you're going to have to pull me up.
Yeah. I was looking you dead in the eye going, pull me. I can't get up that step.
I mean,
thanks, Scott. That was lovely to see you. My kids are here. Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, as Meatloaf says. My 2 littler ones and my big ones in Rotterdam. So, and my brother's here, and my Bezzy, and my 5 Go French Bezzies, and everyone. Thank you.
It's so nice.
Austin's here as well.
Yes, I know.
Hey, Austin.
Hey, Austin. So Ben, husband, is here.
Husband.
Claire, best mate's here.
Yes.
Loads of your tea time listeners who are totally tea voted as well.
No way, really?
Yeah,
Hi.
Hasn't she done well? So well. Right, so let's have that proper debrief. Nothing to worry about. Are you hungry? Can I get you anything?
No, I'm all right, actually. It's been really hard trying to just keep snacking. Can I say thanks so much to Professor Greg White, who made me train wherever
what
he
a guy.
is. Cheers, buddy.
It's
his 40th challenge that he's dragged someone through, and he taught me exactly how to train and how to get strong. And so, Greg, thank you so much.
Do you want some crumpets?
And to Nick, the physio, as well, who's just looked after me the entire way.
Nick. We have some crumpets if you want some.
Some what?
Crumpets.
And crumpets, yeah.
Ellie's delivering them now on a silver tray.
Thanks, Ellie.
Oh.
Wow. I mean,
Have
the
them when you want.
trousers, the crumpets, it's overload.
Right, so it's done. You finally finished moving. All of this happened since Monday.
Can't believe it.
I know. What is going on in your head right now?
It's just the hardest thing I've ever done. I've never known pain like it, but then I've never had eye contact with so many amazing women as I've run along, who's just like powered me on, just like at the side of the road in the driving rain. It was bitterly cold, it was wet and filthy, and just so many people came out. The truck drivers honking their horns, the farmers stopping work to come and say hi, just the kids by the side of the road, everyone, loads of homemade signs, and just incredible. And thanks to everybody who let me stop for a wee at their house. Which was a few people.
It was a few people.
A few people apologising. Oh, I didn't know you were... I'd have tidied up. I'm like, it don't matter, it's fine.
Doesn't matter, I just need to use the...
Shout out to Anne, who loves you, who keeps bird feed in a downstairs loo. Lots of lovely... Dorothy was a legend with all her granddaughters. Thought it was hilarious because I trotted back off after I'd had a wee and I was like, thanks, Dorothy! And they were all like, because that's just Nana to them. I was like, no, Dorothy's a legend. So, thanks to everybody who's helped along the way.
Tell me, what hurts the most right now? She can't stop moving, you see.
I know.
Yeah, because you're so used to it.
Come on, let's do a couple more miles. Woo!
No.
That's a joke.
But you know, when you stop...
Nothing's hurting right now because I'm so buzzing. But it's been like, I do not want... I mean, I've never had shapely calves in my life, but I have now because they are... Thank you. They are so swollen. It looks like I've been hit with like a bat all along my shins. Are like, it's just fluid and black and blue, like hideous. But, it's just been the maddest, most painful, wonderful thing I've ever done. I would like to thank Jason Status and Stormzy for Backbone, because and I would like to apologise to my son, because on telly, if it stays in the documentary, I am singing that song quite a lot. And it's so cringe, so I'm so sorry to my kids in advance. But the music, the music's got me through. We should know this, babe. We're DJs, so we spend a lot of time playing brilliant music on radio too, and the music has really... I was singing along at one point like a mad woman, singing along to Blur and all sorts, just to try and push through. But you've all been amazing, thank you. All the donations,
Can you believe it?
Is it 6 million quid, ladies and gentlemen?
You know, this morning, when we went on air on the Breakfast Show this morning, we were at 3.5 million. Yeah. And then it got to 4. Incredible. And then we just thought to ourselves, do you know what? I reckon the way that you sound and the way that you are feeling, I honestly think that we could get it to 5 million. And the Radio 2 listeners, brilliant as ever, absolutely went for it.
Like a storm, they came through as ever. Thank you so much.
And it went to 5 million during the Breakfast Show this morning, so we cannot thank you enough. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I have to say, as your friend, there have been moments this week where I've actually found it quite hard to speak to you. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? There's a couple of those videos that I don't really... Like, I find it quite hard to watch because the pain is all over your face. You'll see them in your own time. But,
it was agony, I'm not going to lie. I was ready for the hard work and I was ready for the distance. I was not ready for the hills. and the going downhill like was just miserable and agony. There was times where I just thought it was endless. And I think it was last night. It was last night, the penultimate stop, the stop before the finish last night. I was just running along and I was literally just chanting, "No pain, no pain, no pain." I was trying to just trick my body because I had no choice. I just had to crack on, just kick on. But I was in a lot of pain a lot of the time. Not now though. I feel awesome now. I wish I could bottle this feeling now.
And it really felt like yesterday that the challenge almost took on a new meaning, and you became the voice of so many women in this country. It was just kind of powerful and magical and inspirational on so many levels. And
yeah, I think Trevor bit off more than he could chew, didn't he?
Oops.
He mentioned it, and I was like, "Go rant." No, it wasn't a rant, though. It's just that whole thing about women of a certain age. Don't we just hate that phrase? Isn't it patronising and just like, what? Because I think when you turn 50, you know yourself better than you've ever known yourself.
Agree.
And you're stronger than you ever are. You're coping with a lot. And you're just, I just feel like when you get to 50, women in their 50s are just the strongest, most awesome, badass people that I know. And I'm not even 50 yet.
I'm 39. I mean, we are in awe, and saying we're proud of Sara doesn't even come close. We were saying this earlier, we've kind of run out of words to say how awesome you are, but everyone, and especially every single girl and woman in this country, thinks you are an absolute inspiration, and you are an incredible human being. Now that Sara has finished, if you've been waiting for her to finish, and there are hundreds of messages saying this, that you have been waiting, and this is the time. Sara is sat next to me.
Thank you so much.
So here is how you donate.
Show Sara your support and donate to BBC Children in Need. To donate £10, £20 or £30, text the word 10, 20 or 30 to 70710. Text will cost your donation amount plus your standard network message charge, and 100% of your donation will go to BBC Children in Need. You must be 16 or over and have the bill payer's permission. For full terms, more information on the registered charity, or to donate online, visit bbc.co.uk/Sara.
Babe, I'm going to speak to you a bit more in a second. You right? You good for that?
Yeah.
Carry on having a sit down and we'll play the New Radicals, all right?
Fabulous.
It's Radio 2. New Radicals, you get what you give. And then back
The maddest, most painful, most wonderful thing I've ever done. Sara Cox's description just there after completing her Great Northern Marathon Challenge for Children in Need. 5 marathons in 5 days, 135 miles. She has done it. Producer Ollie was on runner cam duty, running behind Sara all the way. How was that for you? I mean, what a position to be in.
Yeah, I mean, what an amazing thing to witness. I don't really think I'll ever kind of see anything like that again in my life. The droves of people that turned up to support her. I knew there were going to be a lot of people, but it was really something phenomenal, and yeah, it was really magical. Saw some amazing things on that last kind of 3 and a bit miles of the route. We saw a bus full of dogs.
As you do.
To bark their support to Sara. We saw ponies with Pudsey ears. People were leaning out of their car with cash to hand to the team to donate. It was really something magical. And
did you get a sense that kind of support, especially at the end, just helped with that final push?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's people power, isn't it? That's what they've been saying on Radio 2 the whole week and on the various live pages. That's what I think that's what really does it and tips it over the edge. It's that motivation from not just friends and family, but from like so many members of the public that are coming out on a wet and miserable, horrible night just to cheer her on and catch a glimpse of her.
And how did you get on? Were you out of breath at any point?
Yeah, I mean, I was out of breath and crossing over that finish line, I was a bit kind of glad for it to be over. So imagine what Sarah was feeling. That was her 5th marathon in a row. I did 3 miles, so any pain and suffering I experienced is minimal.
Yeah, pales in comparison. But you also had broadcast duties. You were carrying a camera. Ollie, thank you very much. I didn't realise that a crowd has sort of assembled behind me. Hello, you're all live on BBC News. Do you want to come forward to get out the rain? What's your name?
Faith.
Faith. And have you been following Sarah's challenge?
Yeah.
What have you made of it?
It was good.
Good. It was good. Great. And you've got a little Pudsey with you?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Hello. Would you like to come and have a word?
Oh, hi.
Hi. Were you there at the finish line?
Yes, I was. Yeah.
And I mean, what was Sarah's sort of reaction? Because we were in here, we couldn't see it.
It was just
firsthand.
emotional. Really, really emotional. Yeah.
Have you been following her all week?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
It's amazing how many sort of women and just people of all ages have turned up here. Come on. Come on, I'm trying to stay under here, have you noticed? Come on over. You were over 50s, over 60s?
I'm not over 50.
No, you're not. You don't. I didn't. She is not over 50, just to clarify. Hi there. Hello.
Hi, amazing. Well done, Sarah. Well done to everyone that's taken part.
Are you local?
I am, yeah. Just live in Farsley, 2 minutes away.
Amazing. And have you been following her challenge all week?
Half all week on the radio, Friday in tears, and then I just thought I need to come up today.
Yeah.
It's just such a great challenge.
Yeah. Any over 50s that want to start? Yeah. Woo!
Way the over 50s, yeah. Actually, I'm 60.
Okay. Yeah, good. Right. Still counts.
It's been amazing, absolutely amazing, and raised over £6 million. Fantastic.
Yeah. And you've come out in the rain. Fair play.
But I came to Calverley because my aunt used to live here, and I thought, parked at the bottom, I thought I'm going to do that hill because I'm doing that hill.
So you did the hill?
Yes, for Sarah. I mean, that's a pittance, isn't it? It's pathetic.
But it can't. But that's the type of thing that's really pushed her forward. So don't say that. Hello.
Hi.
How did you find it?
Well, I found it really easy today, personally. But no, me and my friends, we're all over 50s, and we just wanted to come out and support Sarah because it's unbelievable what she's done. We followed her all week, we've all cried. So we just wanted to come in. Now we're going to go back to my friend's house and celebrate on her behalf.
Amazing! And I'm sure Sarah would love that. Well, thank you for having a chat with us. Okay, bye. Right, let's get. Let's get back under here. That really is a theme, isn't it? Okay, I can bring you back in. Women, the narrative we heard Scott talking about it, is kind of shifted this support and inspiration to women of all ages. Although, save that thought, we're going to go back over to Radio 2 and hear again. We hope from Sarah. Can we hear from Sarah?
Are you all right?
You did a vomity face.
No, I didn't do vomity face. I just wasn't expecting them to be so big.
I know. They're very, very puffy and pink.
Honestly. Listen to this. Gemma says, I am 45 today and I've been dreading it, but I'm no longer terrified of the big 5-0 thanks to you.
Oh, you're a baby, Gemma.
You're incredibly
bright
awesome.
Young fang.
Great effort, Sarah. You are a legend. What you've done this week is truly amazing. You've lifted my spirits and determination. I've not been having a great time mentally lately, but you have really inspired me to get off my bottom and get fit. Thank you, wonderful lady. That's from Sarah in Wiltshire.
Yes, Sarah, go get 'em,
there's
babe.
so many of these messages, babe.
Thank you so
many.
much.
Let's just stop for a minute and think about, because you haven't seen any of it, you've not heard any of it, you've been in your head, in the bubble for 5 days.
I listen to Radio 2 all day, every day, and I've not heard much this week because I've just not
Only
had
when
chance.
you're speaking to us, you've not really had a chance. But you haven't seen what we've seen. You haven't heard what we've heard, and or what you've achieved. It's actually nothing short of phenomenal. Correct? So, I know you know Austin down at the front in the front row. Austin, have you got anything you want to say to Sarah?
Congratulations and thank you.
Yay, thanks, Austin. Good work, buddy.
Austin, when you came in here, Austin was one of the first people, apart from your family, that you made a beeline for.
Yeah, it was great to see you, Austin. I was chanting your name, mate. You kept me going. When I was sore, I was like, Austin, do it for Austin, because he's a little legend.
Yeah.
He's got his Pudsey Bear and his Children in Need t-shirt on.
He's got his little Pudsey and his big Pudsey. He loves a Pudsey, don't you, Austin?
Yeah.
Now,
Have you not got your bongo drums with you?
No.
Oh, that's a shame. He plays the bongos.
They wouldn't let them into the golf club. Now, you're going to hate this bit, but sorry, because we'd all like to hear a montage. Here's your best bits.
Sarah's Great Northern Marathon Challenge. More than 5 marathons over 5 long days. Day 1.
Here we go! Good luck, Sarah. We are all behind you.
I've got all the children from Greenhoff Primary School.
She's high-fiving all the kids as she comes past.
Up in the hills now, it's getting pretty windy. Trying to think about little things starting to hurt tiny bits.
She's just gone past. It's been brilliant. We've been at fever pitch since 8 o'clock this morning.
Yes, Sara Cox has finished.
Hi, Trevor.
Oh, well done, Sarah, well done.
Done in. I'm very happy.
Day 2.
It's so hard just to get warm and get all the blood flowing to the bits that need it.
Keep going, darling.
You can do it, Sarah, for the children.
Everybody donating just makes a massive difference and puts a spring in my step. That's why we're doing it, isn't it? That's why we're up here in this weather.
It's really cold and really windy.
I'm hugging lots of women at the side of the road, boosting me up.
Sarah has just completed day 2.
Yes, done diddly done.
Day 3.
I just woke up and I just thought, I don't know I'm going to do this today. I've got so far to go. I've just not slept.
Keep going, Sarah. You got this.
She's going up a really, really big hill. Everyone coming out just makes such a difference.
We have got our whole school of children, staff, parents out here just desperately waiting for Sarah.
In the driving rain and pitch black on a country lane, my right hip is just killing.
She's here.
Massive congratulations, Sarah. You are an absolute legend.
I can't believe today's done. That has been physically and mentally just the toughest day ever.
Day 4.
There were loads of us out. All the kids made banners. They were dancing along with Pudsey.
She's doing amazing. We're so proud of her.
We should be so grateful for the people who do stuff like this.
So many people came out and braved the weather because the heavens have opened.
There she is. She's right next to me. She was smiling. She was waving.
It's dark. It's been raining for hours and hours. It's a whole new world of pain.
It's your mum.
No. Hi, sweetheart.
Hello, darling.
I'm right next to Sarah. We're in the dark.
Jeremy just appeared out of the bushes.
Poor Sarah looks pretty done in. Smiling.
Oh my gosh, that was so tough. I don't know why I did it.
The final day.
So cold, I don't want to go out there.
You will do this for an incredible cause.
We've just got to push. Push, push, push.
We gonna walk it out. And has she got this, everyone? Yeah!
The support of the people coming out on the route is what's keeping her going.
I'm so excited that I'm going to see Sarah.
You have the support of the whole nation.
The rains have just come in. They are icy cold rain.
It's not been a nice week to be out and about in our cars, and she's done it on foot. Go on, Sarah!
I want to say she's the talk of the town, but actually she's the talk of the county and the nation.
You can feel the energy here. It's amazing.
She's really upping the pace for this final stretch. There are so many people lining the streets.
Sarah, you can do it! She's just passed me. She's running.
She's here. She's made it.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Hello, Yorkshire!
Sara Cox. There's only one Sara Cox. You legend. That must be so weird to hear all
those lovely
that.
People reporting at the side of the road on their phones. That's
it was
so lovely.
so lovely. What a brilliant, brilliant team effort. The nation came together. You got out there. You did 135 miles in this awful weather. And I mean, it's such an effort. We can't thank you enough. Thank you from everyone, every single person that donated. Every single person here today. Every single Radio 2 listener who listen all day, every day at work or in their car.
Whatever you've given, it all makes a massive, massive difference. Thank you so much. So generous.
And you just got to meet Maddie as well.
I met Maddie, so I was chanting Maddie's name and Ethan's name earlier on. I was chanting Jude's name, I was chanting Austin's name, just trying to keep all those names and all those people as children just in the forefront of my mind, just to power me on.
Yeah.
And it was lovely to meet Maddie. She gave me a good hug.
It must be really weird to have all this now. It's quite overwhelming, and also, you know, to hear all this back because you've heard nothing really.
Yeah, just been inside my own head a lot.
I know.
Not
now,
it's been quite an interesting place the last 5 days.
What you do know is that we've raised a phenomenal amount of cash.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone.
So,
amazing.
The last time you heard a total, it was just over £6 million, which is bonkers. I have a new total. Are we ready?
Oh.
For your final stretch, bearing in mind, you can still give to children in need by using the numbers that we're giving you all the time, because we want to get this total up even higher. But for now, the new total for Sarah's Great Northern Marathon Challenge on Radio 2 for BBC Children in Need is 7,651,855 pounds.
Amazing! That is incredible. Oh my God!
It's astonishing.
That will change so many lives, so many children's lives, so many young people's lives, and their families as well. So thank you so much.
£7,651,855 pounds. Thank you so much if you donated. Thanks so much for listening and watching this week. What you've done is incredible, Sarah. Thank you.
Honestly, so much. Thanks everyone for your support. I could not have done it without you. Thank you.
If you want to donate, here's how.
Show Sarah your support and donate to BBC Children in Need. To donate £10, £20 or £30, text the word 10, 20 or
£7.6 million raised for children in need. If you have just joined us on the BBC News live feed from Pudsey in Leeds, Sara Cox has completed in the last sort of 15 minutes her epic Great Northern Marathon Children in Need Challenge. 5 marathons in 5 days, finishing here in Pudsey. I mean, what an achievement.
She's a true inspiration. I think she's inspired the nation, and that 7.6 million is a wild number. And yeah, it's even I'm getting a bit emotional.
Yeah, it's just been incredible, hasn't it? I mean, and it just shows what these kind of things, the inspiration it gives to everyone. You know, everyone can see the pain and suffering she's been through, and how she's going to raise herself up and raise their game every day. And I think that's really contributed to the generosity of everyone. It's been absolutely incredible.
Yeah, well, listen, thank you so much for coming out to Pudsey and standing here in the rain and talking to us on BBC News. Barney, Hugo, thank you. Thank you all for watching at home. Let's finish with a few of your messages. Gina, congratulations on an epic challenge in such horrible conditions. Have donated twice today after hearing how emotional Sarah was. Yvonne, well done, Sarah. You're a superhuman. I hope you are so proud of yourself. Cara says, Sarah, you're just the most incredible and real woman. Thank you for showing your pain and your resilience. You're the most badass woman. Thank you. Faye says, wow, Sarah, we wondered how you would do it. Such a massive challenge, but you show what a Wonder Woman you are. You've done it for the women, but wow, what a difference you have made for the children. You are the best DJ, a fantastic role model and a hell of a woman. I'm not good with words, but well done does not cut it. You smashed it and made me cry a lot. Love you. And despite the rain here, let me tell you, there is a real party atmosphere. People are going off to having their own parties, they're telling me here, just to celebrate Sarah. Thank you so much for your company on the BBC live stream. We will leave you with the moment Sarah crossed the finish line. Here it is.
She's with Ben, her husband, and a kiss. And she's punching